Hey everyone, what's going on? Birdo Vion here with another Mecha Break Pocket Guide video for you. In this video, we're going to be going over Gracelynn Sky City. Let's get started. So this map's objective is pretty easy. The first team to wipe out the opposing team wins the round. The first team to win 2 rounds wins. So it's basically like team deathmatch. Mind you, you only have 1 life per round, so you have to make it count. Also, I'd like to point out each round has a different battleground, so beware depending on your striker selection. The first battleground has a structure that you can actually hide in and on. It's like a massive pillar where on the outside you have a lot of different buildings at different elevations, and on the side you also have other buildings and platforms you can hide on. There's a lot of vertical stuff going on, so you have to be very, very mindful of your positioning. I enjoy fighting inside the large structure at the pillar when I'm being more defensive, or I'm being more of a heavy role here that's close to mid-range. I feel as if it creates a specific path that enemies must take to get to you or to peek out to shoot you. And I mean, that's just my personal preference sometimes. However, it won't work for everyone, because when you get in this area, it's a small area, and the faster suits, especially like melee focused suits, if they get in there, you're going to have a lot harder time getting away from them. So you have to be careful and mind your matchups. The second arena that you fight in for round 2 is not too different from the first one in terms of verticality. However, the structure in the middle is no longer something you can go in, but you can go around and whatnot. I think it's actually really cool. This layout is kind of scary because you also have more platforms to hide on or to run on. So be very mindful and be careful of flyers and snipers. I cannot stress this enough. Flyers and snipers will have a field day on this map. Any long range suits, if you leave them alone, as always, they're going to get you. They're going to get you real good. I also feel like it's really simple and very easy for these particular suits to attack and flee, or they can quickly relocate. So very, very, very careful. The benefits to rushing down or playing rush down suits, be very, very careful on these stages because they are very favorable for long range suits or suits that have that mobility to get around relatively quickly. Mind you, all suits are viable here, and it just depends on your angle and your positioning, so be very careful. If you're a long range suit, you'll probably want to be higher up to get more of a view down. If you're a melee focused striker, you might want to stay farther down to the ground where there's buildings and cover to avoid that fire being focused on you. Mind you, if you're chasing someone, things can always change. Again, if you're a flyer and you have the opportunity to shut down a sniper or long-range individual, even if you're just pressuring them, you should probably do that, because if they have free reign, it's just going to be that much more of a headache for you and your team. Now, the melee suits, when they have the ability to rush down and gap close, is very, very viable, because it'll be harder for suits to get away once you're on their tail. So, have fun. And I will note that healing is very desirable, seeing as you only have 1 life in this particular game mode. There's a caveat. However, there are 2 interactable locations or objectives in these stages. There's actually a healing device that can be used by anyone, and it looks more like a cog on your map, so be very mindful of that. And there's a redeploy beacon that looks more like a crown or something, but using this will allow you to call back one of your destroyed allies. Once it has been used, it cannot be reused for the rest of that round. Only one-time use. This includes both teams, so only one team can use this. If you ever get the chance to replenish your allies, you totally should. With that being said, don't abandon a 2v1 for this, but use your best judgment. I strongly suggest hunting down snipers and supports first. Fight and focus down enemies to earn your W. And that's it. It's very simple objective here. There's no carrying this, and that. You can get a redeploy beacon for your allies, and it's just whoever outlasts the team wins. Mind you, if you go into overtime, essentially an EIC field will appear and it will begin draining everyone's health. So at that point, it becomes whoever dies first. Whoever survives, hey, you're in there. So be very careful. It kind of puts pressure for people not to kind of turtle or just run around and kite so much. So keep that in mind. If you're a faster suit, run away from a bigger suit when this happens, you might die before they will. So it's going to force you to fight. Be very careful of this. So whenever you see that EIC field storm approaching, that means the timer's up. It's time to do or die. But hopefully this quick video has found you well. I know I didn't go super in depth. Part of that is because of I know I didn't go super in depth. Part of that is because this stuff is subject to change between now and release. This is based off of the recent limited beta. So please keep everything you've heard here take it with a grain of salt, all right? And of course, if I missed something, let me know. If I was wrong, feel free to let me know in the comments, as long as you're not mean about it, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully this will help you coming into the Mecha Break beta. I hope you have fun, and I really appreciate you guys checking this content out. Make sure you check out all the other videos I have on the channel, and I will see you guys next time. So, of course, stay out of trouble. Until then, nothing but love. Peace.